Hello, everyone. As you will see in Canvas, there is a syllabus section with a ton of information and information on how the class is going to work, expectations, requirements, etc. And I wanted to take the opportunity to kind of give you a brief overview of all of the stuff that I think is really important that I don't want you to overlook, and to kind of help prepare you for your syllabus quiz because you guys have a syllabus quiz. So please don't not read the syllabus. Take an opportunity at your leisure to kind of go over that really big document, but I'm going to hit the high points in this presentation. So you guys are enrolled in English 112, and fortunately or unfortunately, for better or for worse, we are all online this semester. So everything will be done via Canvas, via Zoom, whatever. So we won't meet collectively as a unit in a synchronous manner. That's not a requirement. I may have some opportunities for us to kind of get together as a class as we move through the semester, but by and large, this is kind of done on your own time at your as your schedule kind of allows. In weekly modules, it's a self-paced. It's not a self-paced class, so every week you'll have a certain amount of work to do. But I digress. We're all online, and after successfully completing this class, you will earn 3 credit hours, and you will either be done with all of your English requirements, or you will move on to your 200 level English class. So, a course description. Basically, it's a continuation on the things that you began to learn in English 111. So we will continue to develop your academic writing styles and your academic writing skills. The major emphasis in this class will be on arguments, because all writing is argument. Critical analysis, research, because 2 of your 3 major assignments are going to require outside research. Integrating, synthesizing the works of others or your outside sources, interpreting text, and of course we'll focus on rhetorical situations. As I mentioned in the email that I sent out to you guys before the class started, you are required to have 2 textbooks. The first one is the They Say, I Say, the moves that matter in academic writing, with readings. It's got to be the one with readings. And Graham Greene's Brighton Rock. It's a great novel, I think. And that's what we'll be using in our last unit, the fiction as argument. So you need the They Say, I Say, the moves that matter in academic writing, with readings, and Graham Greene's Brighton Rock. Whichever format, whether you get it digitally, whether you get it in print, whether you rent or buy or have some sort of devious means of acquiring either of these texts, I don't care, as long as you have them. So please make sure that you make arrangements to get both of these texts. Our learning objectives, we will, of course, be focusing on written communication because this is an English writing class. Critical thinking, information literacy, research, and reasoning. And our course goals are to continue to kind of delve into the writing process, rhetoric, which we'll be talking a lot about in our first unit, critical thinking, and research. Communicating with me. I know that some of you will not want to do that, but alas, it is one of those necessary evils. I have office hours, which I'll segue into in just a second. I take drop-ins and appointments. You can call me on the phone, but please do not text message me, voice calls only. If I do not answer, please leave a message and I will call you right back. Or probably the most efficient and quickest way to get in contact with me is through email. And if you do email me, please, in the syllabus, there's this Group Go Along section about what to include in your email. But the one thing that I want to mention is that please make sure that you have a salutation or a greeting. Hello, Ms. Swan. Hi, Professor Swan. Professor Swan, is some way, make me feel human. Don't just send me, don't treat it like, it's a text message. Please make sure you have a salutation, a greeting, and some sort of body message that explains what it is that you have questions about or what it is that I can help you with. If you do not get an answer within 24 hours, please send it again. Assume that it got lost in the shuffle or didn't send or something happened. But please, I won't think that you're annoying or you won't be annoying me. You won't be badgering me. Please send it again. I check my email kind of compulsively and obsessively, so don't be surprised if you get a response. If you send it late at night and you get a response at 2 a.m. in the morning, don't be surprised. Yes, email, phone, office hours. And if you are so inclined to visit me during my office hours, they will be held on Zoom. They are not in person. There's some questions about that. Zoom. And the link to get into my office hours is found in your syllabus, either, well, it's in both places. It's under contacting your instructor and office hours. So there is a link there for you to gain access to the Zoom session. My office hours are Tuesday, Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And for those of you who are 9-to-5ers or just kind of what are they called? Night owls. I do have once a week I will have evening or night office hours from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And of course, if none of that works for you, please don't be afraid to schedule an appointment with me either during office hours or outside of office hours. I will try to accommodate your schedule. And you guys will be having you will meet with me during my office hours. It is a requirement, as you shall see when you read the email conference assignment. Attendance. So because we are not meeting collectively in a classroom, attendance still matters. It is vital for you to be an active participant in class in an online setting. It is critical to your success. And participation means checking in on Canvas. And I have in the syllabus to check in every other day or at least 3 times in a 7-day period. But I highly, highly recommend that you guys check in every day. Do something every day with Canvas, because it's important to kind of stay abreast. I'll be sending messages. You get to kind of pace yourself and kind of schedule your week around the stuff that you find in Canvas. But also important to note, I can see how active you are in the class. I can see when you're on. I can see for how long you're on. I can see if you've never logged in at all. So it's kind of scary and kind of creepy. It's kind of like Big Brother. So I can keep an eye on when you log in and how long you spend in Canvas. So please make sure that you are an active participant. Academic dishonesty, there is a kind of lengthy description of academic integrity and what constitutes academic dishonesty, but for all intents and purposes, it is that dirty P word. plagiarism. And there is a zero tolerance policy in my classes for plagiarism. You'll see that I will report you, and you will earn a 0 on an assignment that is plagiarized. So every assignment that you turn in goes through a plagiarism checker, and I've been doing this long enough. If you cheat, I will catch you and you will fail. So please do not do it. If you have questions about that, please let me know. Also, in your Start Here section, this is not in the syllabus, this kind of netiquette description, but I did want to bring it up because it is important to kind of recognize this kind of classroom decorum or netiquette. Please don't type in all caps, no yelling. Remember, grammar is important, so keep that in mind. Make sure things are capitalized as they should be capitalized. Things like that. Set a respectful tone. Be kind and professional, and kind of think before you type, because once it's out there, it's out there. So take the time to kind of formulate things before you respond hastily. And then finally, the last one, I know I skipped around, please make sure you submit files the right way, and I'll come back to that in just a second. So in other words, act like you've got some home training, as my grandma would say. The stuff that you guys are probably more interested in is the grading scale and kind of the breakdown of major assignments. For my class, it's not a cumulative grade, it is a weighted grade. So the 4 major assignments that you guys have are equally weighted at 20%. So you'll have a rhetorical analysis, your first essay, which is 20% of your grade, an annotated bibliography, which I know you probably did in English 111. You're going to do another one in English 112. That is also 20%. A problem solution argument paper, which is 20% of your grade. And then a fiction as argument or literary analysis on Graham Greene's Brighton Rock, which is a 20% of your grade. If my very limited math skills do not deceive me, this adds up to 80%, and the other 20% will be everything else, your weekly grades, which means that discussion boards, quizzes, rough drafts, I mean, everything else that you do will go into that collective 20%. I urge you guys to please don't ignore these weekly grades. Please make sure you do your best to kind of do the best you can. Don't kind of half-ass them, so to speak, because this 20% will make or break the difference in, you know, an A and a B and a C, C and a D, that kind of thing. Turning in assignments, you will turn in your assignments in the appropriate section that they are given on Canvas in your modules. Please make sure that you submit all of your assignments in a Word document, not Pages for you Mac users out there, mainly because the grading system, that the speed grader in Canvas that I use, does not recognize any other file. It won't work with any other files other than Word documents. So if you are a Pages user, if you are a Google Docs user, please make sure you export those into Word document format. And all of your papers should be double spaced, save my eyes, written in 12-point Times New Roman, and adhere to MLA or APA format, depending on what the assignment asks for. Your first and your last assignments will be MLA, and your problem solution and annotated bibliography will be APA. Due dates, please be aware that no late work is accepted and that assignments are due by 11:59 on the day that they are due. However, I know that I am not the only girl in your life I am not the only class that you have to take. So everybody has a single 1 day grace period in which you are allowed to turn in one assignment 24 hours late. No, I won't ask. You don't have to tell. Just let me know that you are using the grace period for the assignment that you miss or that you need some extra time on. Expectations, please make sure that you read assignments and complete all activities. Be an active learner. Take notes, ask questions, and contribute to class discussion. Check Canvas and email once a day. I'll come back to that in just a second. Demonstrate courteous and respectful behavior to all persons at all times. Attendance matters, so please make sure that you are an active participant. At least twice during the semester, students are required to meet with me during my office hours, once at the beginning and once at the end. So you'll find out more about that first meeting in the Start Here section and the final meeting at the end of the semester. So, and the last thing that I want to say is please make sure you follow directions. Following directions is pivotal to success in not just my class, in all classes. So make sure you read all assignments, make sure you follow all directions. I want to come back to this whole attendance thing and the check Canvas daily. Please don't wait until Saturday / Sunday night to complete all of your assignments. It's not going to work. These assignments are designed to be paced throughout the week, so you're not struggling at the end of the week trying to get everything done. So we are meant to be together for 12 weeks. So I have broken down those 12 weeks into 3 units, and our schedule, if you're British, I've broken down into 3 kind of units. The first one is the rhetorical analysis unit, which there may be a little bit of wiggle room as far as how long we spend in this unit, but 2.5 weeks is probably all we're going to allocate to the rhetorical analysis, mainly because it's kind of a review of English 111, and it's going to help push us forward into our second unit, which is the problem solution argument essay, where you have research and synthesis and all that kind of thing. And unit 3 is our final unit where we will read and discuss and analyze Graham Greene's Brighton Rock. So that's our final unit. It will require research, and you will write your own kind of argumentative literary analysis. Some tips for success: please make sure you read what I ask you to read. You won't be successful if you do not read. Ask questions if in doubt, even if you think it's, there are no dumb questions. I promise. I know that this is kind of going to be something new for a lot of you, or something that is still kind of unfamiliar for those of you who took summer classes or were involved in that debacle that was the spring semester. So please don't be afraid to reach out, ask questions. I promise I will answer them to the best of my ability. Be aware of due dates, assignments, etc. And that kind of goes back to don't wait until Sunday night to try to complete everything that you need to do for the week. And follow directions. So, and my final thing that I want to say is breathe. I know that I've kind of gone through everything in kind of a whirlwind, but breathe. It's going to be okay. It's going to be a great semester, and I am looking forward to it. So if you have any questions about what's on the syllabus, make sure you go through and look at the syllabus information, the printable course schedule, all that kind of thing in Canvas, and reach out to me if you have any questions.